Welcome to this video, where we delve into the history of some of the world's most infamous terrorist organizations. Thank you for watching.
Throughout history, the world has witnessed the rise and fall of numerous terrorist organizations and sects, each driven by different motivations to engage in violence and terrorist acts. These groups have often used tactics such as bombings, hijackings, assassinations, kidnappings, and suicide attacks in pursuit of their political, ideological, religious, or ethnic goals. Despite their diverse ideologies and geographic locations, their impact on global security and harm to civilian populations has been significant. Below is an expanded description of 10 major terrorist organizations and sects in world history. 1. Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda is one of the most infamous and significant terrorist organizations in the world, founded by Osama bin Laden in the late 1980s. Al-Qaeda's primary goal is to fight against Western influence, particularly the United States, in Islamic countries and to establish a global Islamic caliphate. The organization was formed in Afghanistan after the withdrawal of Soviet forces and gradually evolved into an international network of jihadist groups. Al-Qaeda is most notorious for the September 11, 2001, attacks, which ushered in a new era of global counter-terrorism efforts. Al-Qaeda also claimed responsibility for other major attacks, including the bombings of U.S. embassies in Africa and the attack on the USS Cole. 2. ISIS, Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. ISIS, or the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, is one of the most brutal terrorist organizations in modern history. The group emerged from the chaos of the Iraq and Syria civil wars, and in 2014 declared a self-proclaimed caliphate. ISIS controlled large territories in Iraq and Syria, establishing a harsh, extremist regime that imposed strict Islamic laws. The group is known for its widespread violence, public executions, slavery, and destruction of ancient cultural heritage. One of ISIS's most infamous acts was the capture of Mosul and the destruction of ancient ruins like Palmyra. 3. Taliban. The Taliban emerged in the 1990s as an extremist Sunni religious group in Afghanistan and took control of Kabul in 1996, imposing strict Islamic rule over the country. Under Taliban rule, women's rights were severely restricted, and individual freedoms were heavily curtailed. After the 9/11 attacks and the U.S. invasion of Afghanistan, the Taliban was removed from power but never fully eradicated. They continued insurgent activities against the Afghan government and international forces. In 2021, following the withdrawal of U.S. troops, the Taliban regained control of Afghanistan. 4. Boko Haram. Boko Haram, meaning, Western education is forbidden, in the Hausa language, is a Sunni jihadist group based in Nigeria. Founded in the early 2000s, Boko Haram opposes Western influence in Nigeria and seeks to establish an Islamic State in the northern part of the country. The group gained global notoriety after kidnapping hundreds of schoolgirls from Chibok in 2014. Boko Haram is responsible for numerous suicide bombings and other attacks in Nigeria and neighboring countries.
I am here again, dear friends. We're glad you've been with us so far. Now it's your turn. What do you think about this video? We're eager to read your comments and learn from your valuable opinions. So be sure to share your thoughts with us in the comments. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
5. Irish Republican Army, IRA. The Irish Republican Army, IRA, was a political and military organization aiming to unite Northern Ireland with the Republic of Ireland and end British rule in the region. The IRA conducted a long campaign of violence from the 1960s to the 1990s, targeting British forces and political opponents, which led to the Troubles in Northern Ireland. The group carried out bombings in the UK and Ireland and was one of Europe's most dangerous terrorist organizations. While the 1998 Good Friday Agreement brought an end to most of the violence, some splinter factions of the IRA remain active. 6. Hezbollah. Hezbollah is a Shiite militant group based in Lebanon, established in the 1980s with support from Iran and Syria. It has played a significant role in Lebanon's internal politics and has been involved in regional conflicts, particularly against Israel. Hezbollah has used guerrilla tactics and terrorism to become one of the most powerful militant organizations in the Middle East. The group is considered a terrorist organization by the United States and other Western countries. 7. Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab is an extremist jihadist group based in Somalia, linked to the Al-Qaeda network. The group seeks to establish a radical Islamic state in Somalia and the Greater East African region. Al-Shabaab is infamous for major terrorist attacks, such as the 2013 Westgate Mall attack in Nairobi, Kenya, which resulted in dozens of deaths. The group continues to carry out suicide bombings and assassinations, contributing to the instability in Somalia. 8. Japanese Red Army. The Japanese Red Army was a left-wing extremist group that emerged in the 1970s and carried out global terrorist operations. Known for hijackings, kidnappings, and bombings, the group's primary goal was to overthrow imperialism and instigate a global revolution. During the Cold War, the Japanese Red Army was one of the most dangerous international terrorist organizations. 9. Tamil Tigers. The Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, LTTE, commonly known as the Tamil Tigers, was a separatist group in Sri Lanka fighting for an independent state for the Tamil ethnic minority in the north and east of the country. From the 1980s until 2009, the group waged a violent campaign against the Sri Lankan government, using tactics such as suicide bombings, assassinations, and military operations. The Tamil Tigers were known for being one of the first groups to use women and children as suicide bombers. 10. Aum Shinrikyo. Aum Shinrikyo was a doomsday cult in Japan that combined elements of Buddhism, Hinduism, and apocalyptic teachings. In 1995, the group conducted a sarin gas attack on the Tokyo subway, killing 13 people and injuring over 1,000. This attack remains one of the most significant terrorist incidents involving chemical weapons.
You're right. There's no need for a greeting at the end. Here's the revised version. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video all the way through. Your support means the world to us. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like it and share your thoughts with us in the comments. And make sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss our future videos. Tell us, which character or part of this video had the biggest impact on you? And what character or element do you think could have been included in the video? Your feedback is so important to us and helps us improve our future content. Until the next video, take care and goodbye.